Welcome, everyone. Welcome into Purple LunaRose Tarot and Astrology. I'm sorry I'm late, guys. Totally having technical difficulties. Don't forget, guys, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So whoever comes in first, please let me know that we have some sound, that we are live. You see a picture. I see YouTube. Miss Tina. Hi, Miss Tina. Happy Friday. All right. So I know it looks kind of dark, guys, but it's because I still don't have the lighting fixed, but it's okay because we're going to talk about the black moon. Hi, Z. Thank you so much. Sound is good. All right, guys. So this really cool thing kind of happened the other day. Me and Miss Tina was at Divine Intentions. Thank you, Z. We were at Divine Intentions. We were shopping the last time I was in Katie's. I guess it was the time before last. And I came across this oracle set called the Dark Moon, and I was really nervous to get it. Hi, Michelle. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. No, what? I just seen the rest of that. I'm sorry, Michelle. I hope you get better soon. But happy birthday anyway. But yeah, so I seen the dark moon, or it was called the Black Moon Oracle, and I wanted it so badly. The box itself was purple, and you guys see how I am about the purple. And so I really wanted it, but I was so worried. I told Miss Tina, I was like, people are gonna think it's like weird, or they're like there's something wrong with it because it's called the Black Moon. And then I didn't even know, guys, like this is how I need to get back on track of the things, but I didn't even realize that the black moon was here, like Aries. I've been looking at this moon since like 2020. Hi, Miss Al. So yeah, I was really a little disappointed in myself that I had let that information kind of stray. But yes, guys, the black moon is here. Hi, Roberta Hinkle on Facebook. So what is a black moon, right? You guys want to know what the black moon is? The black moon is when there is two new moons in a month, like in a calendar, like it's in Aries, right? So in the sign of Aries. It only happens, guys, every like 26 months. So like there won't be another one for about 2.5 years. But okay, let's talk about the first new moon first. So the first new moon in Aries is going to be on March 21st. March 21st, that new moon is going to be at 0 degrees, guys. That's so important. That's how it's possible for there to be two new moons. One's at 0 degrees. The second new moon is going to be on April 19th. And this is what they call the black moon. And that one is going to be at 29 degrees. So you guys know by now, right? The 0 and 29 degrees, whenever something's in that placement, that degree, it definitely can have a larger impact, right? And the blue moon is the black moon, I'm going to do this several times. We all know my favorite is the blue moon, and the blue moon is the second full moon of a month, right? So this is the second new moon of a month, so it's called the black moon. So I hope I get that right throughout this thing. But yes, guys. Okay, so this is actually really interesting to me because Aries is the first house, right? If you look at the zodiac, the calendar, right? And then we're at Aries, which is the first house, and we're at 0 degrees. So it's like the very beginning of the chart is this new moon. So I feel like this new moon that's coming up on the 21st is going to be like any new moon. It's all about bringing new energies in. It's about manifestation. It's about releasing old so that you can make room for the new. And you kind of already done that with the full moon. So the new moon is like when the new things start to come in. So we've had a couple of new moons, right? We're talking about April here, March, the end of March and the beginning of April. So we've had, hi, late Eliana, several couple opportunities to experience new moons. But since January, like when the actual new year was here, because actually, it's actually the the beginning of the astrological calendar. So it's like, I know our New Year's is in January, but that's not really the New Year's. The New Year's is now, right? But it's like everyone since January, February, very sluggish type of energy. I know several of us had like New Year's resolutions that we had made, right? And then we didn't even start them, let alone like start them and stop them like normal, right? We didn't even start them. And it's that sluggish energy. It's that energy like you just can't quite get going. So all of that energy is kind of winding down, and the new moon energy coming in is kind of starting to pick up, right? And so this new moon is going to give you, again, a burst of energy, but it's going to bring in a lot of new manifestations that you may have been planting some seeds for quite some time. Because, again, this is the new zodiac calendar. So it's like Happy New Year, you know what I mean, for real. So if you've been planting seeds and not seeing certain things coming in, this could definitely be the new moon that happens, right? The second one, the second moon, the second new moon, that's going to be on April 19th. Okay, so first, the first new moon is at the not winter. It's at the the equinox, right? Like we're changing, right? Hi, Amy. And then we have 0 degrees moon. And then we have first house Aries. So everything's like first, new, now, right? The second moon, the black moon, it's going to be just like that. But like, so this moon is like times 100 because everything is so at the beginning of the chart. The second moon is going to be like times 1,000 because it's the second new moon, right? So really, really strong new moon. All right, so the first one is at 0 degrees. So again, fresh start times 100. What you start now will start to unfold and may actually take all the way until about the full moon in Aries, which will be around the fall for you to see to come into like full fruition. So keep that in mind too. Energy is very much starting a fire with us, right? Because we've all kind of, like I said, January really sluggish, February really sluggish. We're all kind of wanting to manifest, and some things not necessarily coming in right away. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Amy. Look at Facebook kicking in. So yes, guys, the black moon is not a bad thing. So when you see it, don't freak out. It definitely just means that we have two opportunities here. Guys, I always say, look at everything as an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity. How many of you guys have had trouble manifesting? I would say like since the beginning of the year. I know I have. Hi, Junior. Amy says me. Yeah. All right. So most of us have, right? And again, a little bit of sluggish, a little bit of like we're not on the ball quite yet, right? Eliana says yes, definitely. All right, so I'm sure you guys noticed in the description box and scrolling across the bottom of your screen, I'm offering free and paid readings. There's really only one paid reading, guys. But the free reading, of course, are going to be the card pulls from Queen of the Moon, because again, we're talking about the black moon. And then Miss Al, the song, you can't always get what you want. And then we're going to do, of course, I'm going to have Talking to Heaven. So if anybody wants to do Talking to Heaven and you want to get a message from your loved one in heaven, please just let me know. Those are free, guys. I'm doing a $5 reading. So again, it should be scrolling across the bottom there. And the $5 reading is going to be the reading that I'm going to do right now. Now I'm going to do this reading as a collective reading. If you guys want to get your own, which I do recommend getting your own, again, scrolling across the bottom there. So real quick, there's only 5 cards. So this particular spread is called Bring It to Me. Bring It to Me. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is look at what energy should we be putting out to attract our intention. Remember, it's all about intentions, guys. So what energy should we be putting out right now to draw in what it is that we're trying to manifest? Look at this. This is going to be fun, guys. All right, so the temple path comes out. Ooh, you guys can see it. Yay. Okay, so the temple path is number 12, and it's a card that says you're on the right path. A lot of times we're second guessing ourselves and we're questioning ourselves and we have so much self-doubt. So the temple path is the path that your soul chose for this lifetime. And this card says that, yes, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So in other words, I feel like contentment is coming to me right away. We're always trying to get somewhere, right? Like we're always trying to get further down the road. That happened to me a lot when my kids were little. I was always like seeing them grown, you know what I mean? And people were like, don't do that because it's going to happen really fast. It did happen really fast. So I'm getting this little bit of an energy of we need to chill out with the self-doubt a little bit, and we need to be more confident in where we are in our journey and how we have gotten to where we are, right? Because I think a lot of times too, we're beating ourselves up about we coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? All right, so the next thing I'm going to look at is what energy and what are we currently emitting. So what energy are we currently putting out as a collective? What energy are we currently putting out as a collective? Ooh, we're badass. All right, so the seventh chakra comes out. Seventh chakra is the crown chakra. So it's the chakra, it's the purple, right? It's the chakra that connects you to source, connects you to spirit. So the energy that we're putting out is oneness, and that's going to be really strong because remember, I'm doing a collective reading, right? So yeah, I feel like we're all either in an understanding that we have this oneness and we have this connection to one another. I feel like those of you guys that are in here right now with me, Facebook, YouTube, I feel like you guys know what I'm saying. Like we experience the same energies. We have a lot of the same lessons. So we feel super connected to each other. But when you're sitting on this side of the screen, you know what I mean? And I can see all you guys out there and all the numbers scrolling through. It's actually a much larger collective energy than just us right here, right? There could be some of us, though, that are in this collective energy that may not necessarily feel that connection. It's still going to be an energy where you're still dealing with the crown chakra, but you could actually feel a little bit of a disconnect. You could actually feel like you, especially for those of you, you know, that are on this very specific journey that I'm on also, we could definitely start to feel a little disconnection from the counterpart. Again, us here collectively, the most of us, the majority, I feel like that's not the case. We feel just about the same energies about at the same time. But again, I do feel like there could be one or two of you out there that are feeling like that's not really hitting my heart, Rosa. Like it's not really pulling those strings because I'm not really feeling like I'm connected to everyone else. In fact, I could be feeling like I'm out here all alone. And I wouldn't want to say a lot of us, but some of us are definitely going through that little bit of a period where like you're questioning, you know, like how did I get here? How did all this happen to me? Do I even believe in this stuff anymore? Right? Miss L says I feel homesick. Miss L, I watched this whole documentary on that's not true. Where did I watch this at? Oh, I've watched so much stuff, guys. It starts to blur together. But I watched this thing about the whole feeling, like wanting to go home. A lot of us, you know, on this journey have that feeling like we don't fit in here or we don't belong here. And it's like we're just tired and it's not working and we just want to go home, right? I was watching this thing and it was talking about how home is here. You know, home is here. I was talking to my ex-husband a few weeks back and he was saying, he says, I really don't know where you call home anymore. He's like, I don't know where that's at. And I was like, wherever I'm at, like, that's my home. My home is, you know, where I'm at, where my soul tribe is, where my soul family is, right? And we don't all live in one town. So, you know, but yeah, whenever we're feeling that homesick feeling, Miss Al, and that's definitely a sign your soul is asking you to go within. All right, so let's go to the next one. What can we do to manifest more successfully? What can we do to manifest more successfully? What can we do to manifest more successfully? Ooh, we're gonna have to heal. So we got broken heart and the heart chakra. I was just feeling that too, Miss L. But it's not broken heart like we're victims or like we are still in this I'm gonna cry about it, spilt milk situation. I'm not sensing that at all. I'm just sensing that we realize one that you're never done healing, guys. It's like a constant going, right? It's a constant healing. It's a constant mending. It's always doing something. If you walk into somebody and they say they're healed, well, but the heart chakra is what's really pulling me right now. So I've done a few readings in the Etsy shop, and I definitely came up with some heart chakra blockages. Guys, this can feel okay, for one, I want to say sometimes Amy says it's grief for me. Yes. Okay, so it could feel like grief, right? It could feel like heavy weight, the elephant on the chest. It could feel, for me, it's like I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I swear it's like a ghost hand just reaches in my side and just squeezes my heart. Like it's for real thing. Um, it's definitely, I don't want to say heart chakra blockage. I think we're all kind of experiencing a heart chakra awakening. And I know everybody's like, what is that? And it's because there used to be a blockage. And so when that blockage is removed, we start to feel so much after we went through this period of not wanting to feel, right? Like wanting to take control of our health and our spiritual and, all the things, right? And it's like we get to this period where we think we're in control and then, well, yeah. So if you guys are feeling that, I just want to say I do have a chakra balance reading in my Etsy shop. Guys, I know times are hard. If you need a coupon, I don't care what you need. Just reach out and let me know. Okay. I can't, I wish I could be like, I'm psychic and I can know before you know, but that's not true. I need you to come tell me. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of us. I can feel your energy. That's what I do, guys. But I feel like there's a lot of us that are dealing with this heart issue, the heart chakra issue. That could give us a little bit of disconnect too, for those of you that are feeling disconnected. And here's what I'm going to say too. A lot of us are in communication. There's a lot of open communication, but there's still this feeling of the disconnect. All right. So manifesting more successfully, I'm going to say, like, if anybody thinks that there's like a done to healing, there's not. But really pay attention to that heart chakra. Really pay attention to any type of sensations that you're feeling. If it makes you feel like you're having anxiety, for some of you, it could be like depression. But again, I'm not saying that there's a blockage. I'm saying that you've actually removed the blockage and now you're feeling again, right? You went through this little bit of a period where you felt like you were controlling it. And what happens is, guys, is really we're not facing it, right? And so when we're not facing it, we do everything else in the journey on the spiritual path, but face whatever that thing is. And then when the heart chakra finally cracks open, well, then we're facing it again, right? All right. I want to see now. Okay, so manifesting, needing to know that you're on the right path. So a lot of confirmation, but also telling yourself that you're on the right path and talking to yourself in a kind way. What it is, the energy that we're putting out is definitely oneness, strong collective energy. What we need to do to manifest more successfully is going to be to, I don't want to say clear the heart chakra, but we're going to have to deal with the heart chakra, right? And now, how can you feel secure that you're making progress? How can you feel secure that you're making progress? The victory card comes out with cornucopia, 28 and 11. So strong twin journey energy here. But what I'm kind of picking up here is once these manifestations start to come in, I feel like it's going to trickle. It's going to be a trickle. Mine started out small and then they slowly started to build up. So I feel like they're going to come in a trickle. But here's another thing I want to say. Cornucopia, divine wishes being granted. I definitely sometimes get like 10 of Pentacles kind of energy with this card. But here's what I'm going to say, guys. Don't freak out if everything comes in step by step. And the reason that it could be coming in step by step is because you yourself aren't ready to jump to where you think you want to jump to, right? And if we did manifest something entirely too quickly, is it possible that we could get our manifestation and then not handle the situation properly? Yes, that's kind of what I'm getting. So I feel like Spirit's saying here, if you're trying to manifest, if you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling like the things aren't coming in quick enough, this is going to be the new moon that you really want to focus on this heart chakra. You really want to clear out anything that's stopping you from manifesting what it is that you want. All right, now let's say you start to see these little things start to trickle in. This is where we make our biggest hiccup, right? Because we get excited, right? We're like, oh my gosh, something's manifesting and something's coming in, and it's like super cool, right? But then maybe it's too slow. So we go, oh, it's too slow. Instead of going, oh, thank you for bringing this manifestation in, right? So I know for me, it's definitely been gratitude. I've definitely been having to show gratitude. But let's say your manifestations start to trickle in. What does Spirit want you to do? Man holding a coin. So this is how you're going to repay the energy. Ready? This is something about understanding your worth, but it's also about telling other people their worth also, right? So it's very possible that Spirit is saying, when these things start to trickle in, be confident in your own worth. That's going to help you manifest more, but also make sure that you're sharing all that goodness with everyone else, right? All right, guys, that's the Bring It To Me reading. Let me know if anyone wants their own. Let me know if you guys want to do a card pull. And let me know what you guys think about this 2 double new moon that we have coming. I know it's super early, guys, but we're going to be talking about it a lot more. Miss L says, I've been practicing breathing with different body parts. Oh my gosh, that's so weird, Miss L. Me too. I didn't even know that was a thing. Also sage my feet to rid of the paths I've walked. I didn't think of that either. That is so good. All right, Amy, let me know. So are we doing the Queen of the Moon? Do we want to get some moon energy? And then I also have the Talking to Heaven. And then if you guys do the paid readings, guys, just let us know in the comments. Of course, those, take priority. Let me know, guys. Don't be shy. Amy on Facebook, going to be the first one. Break the ice. Miss L, I love that. Saging your feet. What a good idea. Oh, no worries. No worries. Queen of the Moon. Queen of the Moon. Gotta expect the unexpected. All right, Amy, here it comes. All right, so I want to tap into the black moon, right? So we're looking at those 2 moons. Hi, Sandra. So I want to know, I'm going to pull 2 cards. I'm going to pull 2 cards, Amy. Let's pull 2 and see what happens with each moon. Ooh, look at that. First one comes out, 44, super moon attraction. Ooh, and then protection. All right, so Amy, with the first moon, you're going to manifest something. It's going to come in pretty quickly. And with the second moon, it's almost like you're going to make it like a guaranteed. It's almost like whatever it is that is brought in is protected. It's going to be long term, something that won't just be taken very quickly. You see what I mean? Beautiful, beautiful. Sandra says, I'm driving. You're okay. We did a collective bring it to me manifestation reading with the black moon. Because I feel like some of us are having a little bit of trouble manifestation. Thank you, Amy. With manifestation, I feel like some of us are struggling a little bit. But I was telling everyone, Sandra, it's because the energy's been so slow. So we're definitely going to talk about the new moon or the two double moons or the black moon or whatever label we want to put on it more often. But I definitely wanted to jump on and just tell you guys so you can start getting ready, start manifesting, start bringing those things in, because now's when it's going to happen. January, February, yeah, not so much. Even though, you guys, remember I kept talking about Mars going direct. I was so excited because Mars was going direct. Yes, it's still, when Mars is in retrograde, it's slow, right? Real slow energy, and it's been back there for quite some time in Gemini. But it recently went direct, and then we still had that sluggish type of energy, right? Like it just wasn't quite, picking up. And again, it's just because it was in that shadow phase as it's coming out of the retrograde. So I believe it was maybe it's this month. Maybe it's I don't remember what day it is. I think it's the 15th. Wait, I don't know. Sometime this next week. It's like Gemini or Mars it's still in Gemini, but moves out of that shadow phase. So it's like the retrograde energy with Mars is finally done, right? All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming in here and hanging out with me. Thank you, Amy, for participating. I will see all of you guys very, very soon. Sunday night, guys. Sunday night, we're going to talk about the moons a little bit more. And then, of course, we'll talk about next week's astrology, too. And then, of course, we will do a Twin Flame Soul Connections current energy update. And that'll be Sunday night, guys, at 7 p.m. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night. Thank you, Amy.